everyone. Today I just want to give a presentation about my thesis defense. So as you can see on this screen, my thesis is a study on common errors at the sentential level in the academic writing essays written by the third-year English major student at Faculty of Foreign Languages in Hanoi University of Industry. I've divided my presentation into 6 parts. I just want to start off by talking about the introduction, and then I will move some next parts like the literature review, methods of the study, the major finding, and it brings me to the end of my study with the conclusion. And the final part will be the time for some questions and answers. So first of all, I just want to talk about the introduction with the aims of my study. Like some previous researchers about the error analysis, my study also focused on analyzing the errors systematically and scientifically. I just want to find the most common errors in the students writing the third year English major students and in their writing. So thanks to that, we'll give some suggested reasons leading to these to the errors. And it is expected that this will be the contributor to enhance the students' writing ability in particular and their English proficiency in general. To reach this end, the research question needs to be answered is what are some common errors at the sentential level in academic writing essays written by the third-year English major student at Hanoi University of Industry. So just to work on my study, first of all, I just want to talk about the literature review, about the definition of error analysis. Error analysis is can be defined as the technique for identifying, classifying, and interpreting the unacceptable forms produced by a learner of foreign language by using any of the principle and provided by linguistics. When it comes to the procedure of errors analysis, this is the five-step procedure stated by Coder on his framework in 1974. There are five steps, including the collecting samples of learner language, identify the errors, describing the error, explaining the error, and the final step is evaluating or correcting the error. When it comes to the errors at sentential level, in the presence of my study, I just used the error inventory developed by Bushan Mikai in 2012, and this is the error inventory that I used in my study. There are 10 error types, including the fragment, comma slice, or run-on sentence, subject and verb agreement, tense, the error of word choice and word forms, the noun form, the error of missing words or unnecessary words, the article and the preposition. And to make the most use of the finding, I just used other errors that do not fit the error inventory that based on the Kansas study. And there are 6 other error types. They are the spelling, wrong words, the word order, conjunction, capitalization, and abbreviation. In this slide, I just want to talk about the method that I conducted my study. First of all, I need to collect the data, and the data is the 30 copies of students writing in their they are the first draft of their portfolios, and the given question in this writing is new technologies and ways of buying and selling are transforming the lives of consumer. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? Student is expected to write at least 250 words with the form with the structure of the IELTS writing task 2. To make the most use of the results, I just collected the data from 2 different classes, namely the English language 1 and English language 3. Although they are in the different classes, the same materials and the same teaching technique was applied, so that they just share the material characteristics. So after having all the data, I just adjusting all their writing based on the error inventory that I have shown to you before, and I just combine this with the categories in Thesis study. All the errors will be counted and numbered so that I could find the most frequent error in their writing. So it just brings me to the major findings, and in this graph, it is the 10 errors based on the error inventory. So as you can see, the word form is the most frequent error type in their writing, following by the commas line run-on sentence and the error of word choice. Whereas the least common error is the fragment and tense. The second bar chart will be the total errors based on the Thesis study. There is 6 categories, and the most common error is the spelling error. Whereas the least and the least frequent is the abbreviation. So after having 2 separate data, I just combine them to just one graph. So as you can see, there is no significant change of the error types. The word form still ranks the highest position of error types in the total number of errors, and it is followed by the commas lines and run-on sentence. Commas line and run-on sentence, and the word choice. However, there is a slight change in terms of the least common error. The least common error is abbreviation, and the tense and the word order just share the same position in the second list. Common error. And thanks to this finding, I just want to give some suggested reasons leading to the errors in students' writing. First of all, apart from my experience and my knowledge, the error can be led by the concentration of the course reading and writing 5, because students were expected to have the foundation about the errors in sentential level when they through some previous courses from the reading and writing 1 to writing 4. So the concentration of the course reading and writing 5 is about the whole structure of the essay and how to respond and how to write the formal essay following the structure of the IELTS writing task 2. So when teachers do not pay much attention on correcting the errors at sentential level when students were in the class. And the second reason that I want to mention here is the students' exposure to towards English, because if students do not expose enough to English, they can be easily interrupted by their mother tongue. So in the process of translating or writing an essay, students just be interfered by their native language, Vietnamese in particular. And the final reason that I want to mention here is the students' proficiency. Thanks to all the writings that I collected, I can see that students often committed the mistake, the errors in when they try to use some academic words or unusual words, as well as some impaired sentences. They do not fully understand how to use the usage of the sentence and the usage of the words. That's the reason why they committed several errors when they, especially in the error types of word choice, word form, as well as the fragments or rhyming sentence. And through all the findings that I have found, I just want to give some implication for teachers and students. First of all, about the implication for teachers. I just want to, teacher can encourage students to have them more confidence, because they need to make the best effort in their students. Because committing errors is seemingly inevitable in the process of developing their language proficiency. So, students need to be confident to enhance themselves. And it's also expected that thanks to this study, teacher can provide more suitable teaching methods and more suitable materials in the course that they teach to help students improve holistically. When it comes to students, I just want to give some implication like students can know about their errors systematically and scientifically, so that they could could reduce and avoid their own errors in the future, and also can have some conversations with their instructor to receive some advice to improve themselves in the future. So this finding just brings me to the conclusion of my study. Actually, my study has some limitation. First of all, it is when I conduct my study, the focus of the participants is the third year English major students as faculty of foreign languages in University of Industry. So the finding the study just suitable and just right it for those who just share the mutual characteristics. If the materials or the teaching methods provided differently, the results can be affected. And the second limitation I just want to mention is I just used the first draft of the writing. So within the limitation of time, the question is whether the student make errors more frequent or not. So I just want to give some suggestion for further studies. In my study, I just used one instrument. They are the 30 copies of writings. I just used the qualitative methods when conducting the study. Qualitative and of course quantitative to count. So in terms of adjusting all the copies, this could be subjective. So maybe in the next research, the researcher could use more than one instrument, so that the results can be more objective and more reliable. So this is all about my study, and now I just want to turn to the time for questions, and I will answer this.